Hello there. I am jumping on to remind you about tomorrow's workshop. Okay, so we have got this workshop, the Small But Mighty Blueprint, running in the 3 time zones. So you can catch it Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on where you are in the world and what time you'd like to come in. Okay, so we'll drop a link into that. Right now, I want to tell you why I recommend you attend, because I'm actually in my office just going through the workshop myself. So I ran this workshop a few months ago, as I only run my 2 free workshops for bookkeepers globally 3 times a year. Okay, but every time I run this, I always look to improve it based on feedback, based on the lessons from the tribe, that is the members inside my transformation program, and just based on what's in my heart to help you to get the result. Okay, so the Small But Mighty Blueprint that we're doing tomorrow, it is the 2nd workshop. The first one last week was the 7 Steps to a Thriving Practice. Now you can absolutely come to the Small But Mighty Blueprint even if you miss the 7 steps. In a perfect world, you're going to grab that recording. You're going to let me know here if you haven't got it. We're going to make that available to you. Yes, you would do that one, but even if you do that afterwards, okay? Now, the Small But Mighty Blueprint, what I want to help you with is, what is it? Why are we even looking at it? And why do we want to achieve that? Okay. And also how. And actually inspired by one of our members, Karen Thompson. So if Karen's listening to this, we can all thank Karen, all the bookkeepers all over the world that are going to benefit from this. Karen said something to me which really inspired me to go deeper, and it's something I'm going to be going deeper and deeper on inside our transformation program, specifically the Graduate Club. Okay, so Karen Thompson, who you can hear is on our podcast, that we are dropping in interviews from that I did with tribe members. Now, Karen joined our Graduate Club in about August this year, so she's into year 2, leveling up. And I asked my Graduate Club members if there was anything extra beyond, I give them Coach the Coach, okay, where I help them level up even more into incredible advisory. But what else do you want? And Karen Thompson said more on the Small But Mighty Blueprint, okay? Karen Thompson is also already knocking it out of the ballpark in that regard, and we're now helping her level up to the Small But Mighty Blueprint. So it got me thinking about the what, the why, the how. Yeah, it got me reflecting on my own journey. And so when I teach you what it is all about, why you absolutely need to do this, and how, this is what I'm doing in my office right now as we speak. So I'm actually spreadsheeting the real numbers for you. So I am literally going to show you. So with the Small But Mighty, it is how to build a bookkeeping practice that has you plus less than 5 on the team. This is the actual blueprint, and gives you a very high income, like higher than most bookkeepers could achieve with 15 on the team, okay, with less than 5 on the team. And so that's the Small But Mighty. And then in tomorrow, the workshops that I'm running on the Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to show you a specific model that is you plus 2 that gives you at least $200,000 take home pay, okay, as well as all the time wealth, okay. Now, I know that you're a bookkeeper, I'm a bookkeeper, and so we like a bit of detail, yeah? And I like to look at the detail. So I've gone in and I've spreadsheeted, what does a classic bookkeeper do? What is the Small But Mighty Blueprint look like in terms of income time? So I can show you what the classic bookkeeper does, what I did early on, what I did in my first 5 fuck-up years, yeah? And so that you can see whether you're there now or whether you don't realize that this is what you're going to build. You're going to build a busy practice, not a thriving practice. The Small But Mighty Blueprint is showing you what, why, how to build that thriving practice with the high income that you need realistically. Why are you in business for yourself if you're not going to achieve that? Then all the time wealth. So in this model, I'm saying this is working 20 hours or less a week. Okay, I mean, I could show you in the model where it might have you're working 5-10 hours. But I want to say my numbers are all very conservative. Okay, so I'll show you in the workshops where I've really done super conservatives, because I want you to have that bare ass minimum to aim for. Okay, I want to make sure these numbers are actually not so hard to achieve. I mean, you can achieve much greater numbers than this, but I want to make this really kind of simple and realistic. Okay, so in terms of that that time, I like to say 20 hours a week working on the business. Okay, yes, a little bit in, because you might be doing the advisory, and I'll go over all of that, but then you're going to, even with U plus 2, you can easily take home $200,000 a year. Okay, and then scaling up from there if you want to scale up to U plus less than 5 on the team, less than 5 on the team including you, so that would be U plus 4. You have the opportunity is massive. Okay, massive. Now, when we come into the workshop, something I'd really like to do with everyone, because this is a workshop, not a presentation, you have the opportunity to get in front of a veteran bookkeeper, been there, done that. I look at the modeling and I can see our practice in there. Okay, so you've got the opportunity to come in, and I really want to show you that what, why, how, but get you guys to ask me questions so I can get outside my square and really help you. So totally up to you how many questions you're going to ask me. I tend to get a combination. Last week we were very interactive. My Australian bookkeepers who come in are always a little bit quieter. My American Canadian bookkeepers are always a bit rowdier, and so last week the event where we had a lot of Americans in there, because there's so much interaction, the more interaction, the more I get to help you, because when you ask questions, you make comments and suggestions, then I get to respond. Okay, so if I'm not responding, then I can only share with you what I can share with you, but when you interact with me, I can share more and more. So I would suggest that the recording we're sharing is the one that was the most interactive, because the most interactive workshop will always be the highest value workshop. Okay, so that is really a wrap on the Small But Mighty Blueprint that we are running over the next couple of days. This is coinciding with the doors to my transformation program opening for the last time in 2024. Okay, so tomorrow's workshop, you're going to be able to discover more about the program and ask me anything, and I hope to see you there.